it's on high pass now or low cut. So high pass is on now, high pass is on now. Right, I've knocked it over to flat. As I keep saying, you might not hear any difference, but I know I've got names just there for a bit of fun. If it's coming out your end is obviously another story. But this is flat, this is flat. Right, this is on high pass, got it on high pass now. Still running it with high pass, and quickly I'm running it back to flat. That's on the flat response on the microphone, Sean. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, well I prefer it with the high pass. I do, and I'm still on that from when I spoke to you the other day. So I'm going to leave my cut in. I'm not running mine flat. And if you were 20, in fact I've got a 6 dB cut in on my receive. I've got the RF gain down, Steve. I'm using that as volume, and you're still well up there. There's absolutely zero noise. So. Okay, so what do you mean? I'm just looking at mine now. On my lows, I got a frequency of 200 and a cut at -9. Now I can take that cut a little bit lower. So I take it that's removing the bass over.
Break, please.
Yeah, somebody called. Well, it all depends if you want to mess about with it. Like, it might. I'll tell you what you could do. You could probably move that frequency lower. Because what I'm getting is probably a lower frequency. You could try it. I don't know what the increments there are. Yeah, so it's difficult for me to say. Because I can move down frequency at a time, higher frequency at a time. I don't think you've got that. I don't think you've got that option, have you, Sean? What I was going to say, could you move it down to 150 and do the cut there? I am being hypercritical here, by the way, but you did ask, and somebody just called in, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot. The name is Mark in Sidcup in Kent. Just been listening to the pair of you and just wondered if you'd like reports. Both sounding really, really good. Very, very strong into the southeast. So I'm not too sure which one I've got. Just hand it over. I think it might have been G0, Oscar Queen. I'll hand it over to you, please. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Fox.
Okay, M0, Juliet, Charlie Fox. I'm just tapping your name on the keyboard. Yeah, my name's Sean. G0 Oscar Quebec is my call. And the other chappie that we're just doing a few tests is Steve, and he's near Wolverhampton. He's called his Golf 0 Oscar Golf Sierra. So Steve's over in sort of Wolverhampton way, and I'm over Shrewsbury way, in between Shrewsbury and Telford, in the county of Shropshire, over.
Yeah, Golf 0, Oscar Quebec, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Fox. Well, very good evening to you, Sean. I'd like to say that the pair of you have got cracking signals. Sean, you're 5 and 9 plus 30, and Steve, you're G0 Oscar Golf Sierra. You're 5 and 9 plus 25. I mean, there's not a lot in it, and listening to you, I take it you're doing some audio processing tests, and not a lot of difference. I can hear myself. You've both got great audios, very, very smooth, and I would say that Sean, you are a little bit more bassy than Steve. I mean, you both got very good signals, way above any noise that I have and any QR Mexico I have. So I just thought I'd give you a report from here, Sidcup in Kent, southeast England, about 12 miles from the centre of London, south of the centre of London. So I was just curious and interested in what you were doing, and I thought to myself, I'll just jump in and give you give you both a report. I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm quite anally retentive just lately about videoing QSOs and a few other things. Really, I just use the YouTube as storage space. But if ever you felt the need to go and listen to yourself, it's called just M0JCF ham radio. Now, the radio I'm using tonight is an old Kenwood Tango Sierra 520 Sierra, an old analog hybrid radio. And I'm saying you're sounding really, really terrific, the pair of you, on this radio. Back to you. G0, Oscar Queen, Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, in company with G0 Oscar Golf Sierra.
Yeah, okay, Mark, just check I've got it. Yeah, very good, Mark. Well, thanks for the report. And, I'm just running a new microphone, to be honest. I've only had it a week or two. We're just trying to do a few little tweaks, because I've got quite a bit of a deep, husky voice, I think. And I know I carry quite a bit of low end with my voice, so we're just trying to tart it up a bit, so to speak. Anyway, Mark, thanks for the great report. I'm receiving you about 5 and 9 here, a little bit more at times. I've just knocked the RF game back up and knocked my attenuators off because I was running it very tightly with speed. Also, just to make a little note, you're coming well over the idiot who's trying to tune. So there you go, Mark. I'm running a Yaesu FTZ 101 at the moment, probably 300 watts. I've turned it up a little bit for the sake of these tests that we're trying to do. So there you go, Mark. And with that, I'll put it around to Steve G0OGS over in he's close to Wolverhampton, sort of thing. And I'm sure he'll have a quick couple of overs with him now. Thank you, Steve. G0OGS, G0OOQ group. Yeah, okay, with a slight pause. Yeah, okay, then sure you all noticed. No problem. Yes, hello, Mark. First time we've met on frequency, I believe. Got you down as Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Fox. So very good evening. Yeah, very good 5-9 plus. I'll give you an accurate one on the next one. Yeah, we're just playing around. We both got the same microphone, and I was doing tests so we could hear if there was a response. As soon as we got the same microphone, it's just a high pass filter or a low cut that you can inject on the microphone. That's all it was, and we were just comparing it. As Sean says, he's only had that mic a week now, so it's 98%. But obviously, we've all got different voices, and I speak to Sean quite a lot, so I know the sound of his voice where it should be. So that's the only reason. We ain't hanging around too much with the audio. Just he wanted a sort of a critical report. I picked up. It was just, well, for my ears anyway, just a little bit heavy on the bottom end. I think you actually picked out. It isn't booming, but it was just a little bit heavy, I thought. It just wants a little bit of tinkering. I'd say it's 98% there, so it's no big deal. Yeah, and okay with the YouTube stuff, I ain't got a problem with you recording me and putting it on YouTube. I did a little bit of that so people could hear themselves when they was playing around. It upset a few, I'll be honest. So I stopped doing it, strangers, people, some people are a little bit funny about it, but I'm not funny about it. You can, if you want to record, you can record the living daylights out of me if you want to, Mark, and I'm sure that Sean's got no objection either. Anyway, I hope you've got that. I'll pass it back to you.
G0OGS with G0OOQ. Back to you, Mark.
Yeah, G0OGS M0JCF in company with G0OOQ. Yeah, absolutely no problem, Steve. And very interesting what you were saying about you're both using the same microphones, yet yours is definitely, I would say, crisper. This is like layman's terms. Yours is crisper than Sean's, but Sean's is more mellow. Now, I'm not going to say that Sean's is unpleasant or anything. It's very, very easy on the ear. Very easy on the ear. Where I think it might lack is if it was DX, you know, and once you're rather than, you know, just into G. I know we're both coming off the, or all three of us, sorry, coming off the ionosphere, but I would say with long distance and slightly more noise, that's where his transmission might lack very slightly at the distant end by not having so much treble. So that's the best way to describe it. Is yours is crisp and Sean's is mellow. As I say, neither are offensive on the ear. Both very pleasant on the ear. Great at cutting through the noise, and I have a very high noise on 80 meters, and I've been knocking the RF attenuator in and out, and you're both just nudging 5 and 9 plus 30. As I say, Steve, you were 5 and 9 plus 25 to Sean's plus 30. You are a little bit closer, obviously, but I don't know that's going to make much difference. Just an observation. But yeah, it's just knocking the RF attenuator in and out. I don't know how many dB's attenuation is on this old Kenwood, but you're only going between plus 30 and plus 10, plus 20. Not a lot in it, and I could muck about with the RF gain and like whack some of the noise down with that. But to be honest, I think I've gone as far as I needed to go, you know, just listening to the pair of you. And of course it was a great test of this old rig as well, and playing about with a few of the settings just to see how different you were. So I'm running about I suppose peaking about 100 watts into a 90-foot long wire, and that's about the story really. I'm just sitting in the garage listening to the pair of you, and it was just quite interesting, and I just felt the need to give you a report. So I won't hold it much longer. I'll let you both carry on. I'm sure there's lots of little tweaks and twerks that you want to do with those mics, or rather Sean's mic. But yeah, it's great to listen to a couple of people actually being you know, quite subjective in what they're doing, rather than yeah mate, yeah no that sounds fine, no you sound great, booming mate, BBC quality and all that drives me nuts. But it's nice to hear you actually working like a pair of human beings and being honest with each other. It's great stuff. Okay, I'll hand it back to you there, Steve. G0OGS M0JCF in the group with G0OOQ.
Yes, okay then, Mark. Yeah, 100% all copied. Your report is 20 dB over the 9, so it would appear we've got a good path between us. Sean's using a G5RV in an inverted situation. It's about 10 meters high at the center where it should be. I'm using an end fed that is slightly sloping. And we're using different radios. Obviously, we might be using the same microphones, but we're using different radios. So there is going to be a tonal difference because we're not using the same equipment anyway. It's just giving a feel for what's going on, really. What am I doing here? I'm probably bouncing around about 200 watts mark. Using a Son SDR2 Pro. SDR transceiver, solid state amplifier, LD MOS amplifier by G0OOQ, Juliet United Mexico Alpha, G0OOQ, a Finnish company from Finland, and there you go. The microphones are Electrovoice RE20s, which if you're saying, well, they're totally over the top, I would agree. But, you know, some people spend £1,000 on a fishing pole, and fair play to them. So we probably probably gone a little bit far with the microphone, but it's nice to have what you want without being silly. And I think we both get a lot of enjoyment out of radio, so I guess, you know, it does push you to put some investment into the hobby, doesn't it? But there you go. Okay. Well, I think you said you might go. Thanks for the report. Thanks for calling in. That old Kenwood sounding really good, you know. You know, absolutely cracking through here. So I will put it back to you, Mark, if that's okay. If you want to put the finals through, by all means do. And again, thanks for calling in. Back to you, Mark. This is G0OGS.
G0OGS M0JCF in the group with G0OOQ and someone tuning, so you might have someone else also coming in to give you a report as well. Now I will cut it short there, gents. I was actually I was on 40 meters earlier, and then I was going to go and jump in the shower, and yeah, I just thought so I'll have a quick listen on 80 meters. To be honest, I was going to float around where the Work Tool Britain lot normally hang around, but as I say, literally I flipped the dial and spun it up just slightly, and there you were. And you know, it sort of stopped me in my tracks. It was really quite interesting. But I say I'm going to go QRT now, and I'm going to go and as I say, get the day's filth off my body, as they say. So it was great talking to you, and it's really nice. I mean, I keep a paper logbook as well as QRZ, and I've written plenty of notes down as well. So if ever I catch up with you again, which I'm sure if you're on 80 meters often, I'm sure I will. I'll be sure to jump in and give you another report, audio report, whatever. And you're quite right. You know, at the end of the day, I've got loads of old radios. I mean, I've got nothing sort of really modern and expensive. I mean, the most modern radio I've got is the TS590S. And the rest of it's all old stuff. I mean, I keep telling people I've got 8 Kenwoods, and apart from the TS590, everything else is older. Some of it going back to the 1970s, and then it goes right back to an old Kodar AT5 that I've got. So you know, you can see I'm you know, I'm not a one for spending big money, but I have spent a lot of money, if that makes sense. You know, with the amount of gear that I've got, and it all gets used, but doesn't all get used at once. And that's what a lot of people say is, you know, why do you need that many? Well, it's not needing, is it? As you say, it's, you know, it's a case of what you want. You know, as you say, you can spend £1,000 on a fishing rod or a fishing reel. I mean, I've just finished with drag racing motorcycles with my youngest daughter, and we spent a mint. That's all I'm going to say on drag racing motorcycles. You know, and you know, it's where does it stop? Yeah, you can go on forever, but it's what you enjoy, what gives you pleasure, and you're not harming anyone unless, of course, you've broken the family bank, in which case that's a different story. But no, I know what you're saying, mate. You know, you go ahead and just enjoy yourself, and you know, it's all about the experimentation as well, which is what you're doing, and that's half the enjoyment. You know, everyone can write out a check for the biggest, the best, the fastest, the tallest and everything, but it doesn't make you the best, if you know what I mean. So on that note, I'll stop waxing lyrical, and I'll let you two gents carry on. As I say, judging by the tuning signal, you may well have another break station. So I'll hand it back round to you then, Sean, and thank you again, gents. Best 73 to the pair of you, and look forward to the next time. G0 Oscar Queen. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox in the group with G0OGS.
Yeah, very good, Mark. G0OOQ, and yeah, the band's certainly changed now. You're about 20 over. You've come right up there with your 100 watts. So very good. Yeah, we're not getting too heavy into it, you know. It's just a little bit of fine tuning without going down the road of getting too complex with it, you know. But yeah, nice talking. No, I've not got any problem with you. In fact, I was into YouTube a little bit myself. Sort of getting on the air and having Q&As with people and doing a little bit of recording. I think it's probably the best way of sharing audio. especially if you do it on a decent TV with a big screen and that, and good sort of sound speakers in it. So you get a really true representation of how you sound, and also how you look, you know, with bandwidth and things like that, how dirty your transmission is. So I know one or two people pick up a fuss about it. I don't really know why, but there you go. We're all a little bit different to this. We don't mind broadcasting on amateur radio, but people don't like to share it via YouTube. But there you go. Anyway, enough said about that. Mark, nice to hear you. Appreciate your comments regarding the audio, and yeah, like Steve said, the old cam was working fine, and you're putting out decent signal into it. Have all the best, and speak soon. G0OOQ.
Yeah, cheers, Sean. Very much appreciated. And the YouTube thing is just something that I do. I was making the videos, but I had nowhere to store them, and YouTube's free. So being a tightwad that I am, I just decided, oh, well, there's a good place to store videos and that. And I started getting into maybe doing instructional videos, that sort of things, aimed at people that, you know, have got a little bit less knowledge, and whether my knowledge is correct or not, it can always be corrected, being in the public domain. So it was just a place to store it, but a few people showed an interest, and that's what I did. Is I started telling people, well, look, this is the QSO. It's M0JCF ham radio is the place that you're looking for. It's not monetized or anything. I'm not worried about subscriptions and likes and thumbs up and bells and all the rest of it. But you know, if you're interested, I'll be putting it up it'll be tonight or tomorrow morning, but either way, it will be up by lunchtime tomorrow, and it's an added dimension for your own testing. As you say, you can take it or leave it, and I'll always take down a video that anyone objects to. I've got absolutely no problems with that whatsoever. It's something that probably won't last the test of time anyway. I'll get bored with it sooner rather than later. All the very best, gents. 73, and have a fantastic evening, and good luck, and bye bye for now. M0JCF now clear.
Cheerio, Mark. All the best.
Yeah, good evening, Mark. Once again, thanks for calling in. Yes, by all means, stick it on YouTube. I ain't got a problem with it. I'll have a look at that when it's available. 7-3 for now. Okay, over to you, Sean.
Yeah, very good, Steve. G0OOQ. And yeah, just looking at the displays, I'll tell you what. Signals are off, but it's a lot nicer than listening on that screen with a mobile phone, Steve. I might get used to this, fella.
You will.